did.
She's such a bitch. Sorry.
Hello.
Good morning, Barbara.
Good morning, Bill.
Yeah. Are you turned up all the way? You're kind of quiet.
Well, let's find out.
That's much better. Wow.
If I get close, is
That's
that
always good. And then we can see you better too.
okay? So I'm sitting on this stool,
Okay.
and so let me move it closer, right on the edge. I must remember. There we go. Okay, is this good?
Huh.
Hey, Linda.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
All right.
Why is this so small?
I have a saw downstairs. I don't seem to have the right kind of what I'm picturing.
Yeah, I don't think you do either.
But if you look in that Sears box downstairs.
I'll try to do that. It's about time to be quiet.
Well, I thought you were visiting.
Kind of, but it's got like 5 minutes.
Okay, I got it. Just tell me.
Okay.
We don't mind, really.
You don't mind if I'm talking? Why, thank you.
It feels normal. We like normal, right, Laura?
Yeah, well, that's for sure.
I'll come say hi. Where
There
are
she
you?
is. There
I
she
have my
is.
glasses on. I can't really see you. But
Where's your hat, Jan?
what was?
Are you gonna wear a hat today?
I look like I need one, huh?
Oh no! You're
You look
beautiful as
fine. You
always.
look fine.
You look fine.
Oh,
Those hats are so cute, though. That's all.
Yeah, she's the hat lady.
I need one. I have a perfect hat for my outfit.
Okay.
Laura, you still have your tree up. So do I.
yeah. Well, the grandkids are coming next week for a few days. They want to see the tree, so
Yay! Why not?
yeah. Well,
I
I
used
like
to do that.
I like the lights. I kind of would like to keep it up longer.
Well, you can. Who cares? I mean, you know.
True. Doesn't matter.
Well, I'll do it eventually, but
Yeah.
oh well.
Well, it's cozy at night when you turn the lights off and just have the tree and the wreath.
There's the hat.
You're adorable. We love you.
Aw.
That's good. And kids are coming. Well, I have to go to the park to see kids, but they're always delightful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm dressed in my toddler clothes.
Oh,
So Laura, I see that Tough as Nails is coming back.
oh, it is?
Yeah, I just saw it in the TV guide. I mean, it won't be for another week.
Oh, good, good.
Why not?
That'll be one way to see Phil, at least.
There you go.
You know, I don't know why they don't do Survivor. They could just quarantine everybody and then put them on an island. They could do that. To read Jeff a letter and tell him. He wants Survivor.
That's true. I put them on my prayer list.
Yeah, there you go.
Or my letter to God. I want to see.
We want Survivor.
Yes, we do. Take it someplace.
Well, I can see why they can't do Amazing Race. That would be pretty hard.
Yeah, not now. Well, yeah, no. Oh, well, we have to be happy with what we can get. I know.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you know, you could always watch the old episodes because do we really remember what happened in season 3? Probably not.
You know, and the fact is, a day or two later, I hardly remember how.
I know.
Life.
But you forget who won Survivor last year.
Yeah, that's true. I'd have to really focus. I might remember.
Actually, I don't remember. Do you?
I don't. At the moment, I don't. I'm awakening to awakening. Wait a minute. Did she misspell something here? Awaking to a new day or awakening?
Awakening is usually what they say. Awaking. Okay.
Awakening. I guess it's not wrong.
That's okay. We're awake. We're
To awake. Yeah, Waking to a New Dawn. That's probably all right.
It's all right. We'll go with it. I got all my white stones here, see?
Yeah, how many do you have?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them.
I have 8 of them too. Cool.
Bill!
I keep them in a little box. It's kind of cute.
White stone. That's not a white
They're
stone.
all in there.
Yeah, no, I kind of display them and I see what I wrote last year.
Yeah.
In pencil, I wrote it. I don't know if I'm going to change it. And then remember one year we did these, whatever, keychains or something for the guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I keep that.
Why am I not full screen?
Oh, yeah,
Huh.
we should.
Full screen. Here we go. Boop. There we go.
That's right. So what's this? Yeah, I have to do a gallery thing, right? Gallery.
And move this over to the side.
Because once
There we go.
Patricia gets on, speaker view. This is speaker view.
Good morning, everyone.
Hey, good morning.
Okay, there's
Good
Patricia
morning.
awaking.
Actually, the title is Awaking because
Yeah.
if you use the term awakening, it keeps like you're in the process of doing, like I'm awakening for the day. But when you put it as a straight awaking, I am awake. And that's
Okay.
why I made the title the title.
Oh, yeah.
Got it.
So
No, you just
my
said white.
question is, do you see me full on the full screen, or do you see Bill on the full screen?
When you're talking, we see you.
Okay,
Yeah, now we
All
see
right.
Laura. Yeah.
Okay.
Now we see Barbara.
okay.
Now we see Bill.
So I am going to now ask everyone to please mute yourselves, except for Bill. And let's all just take a beautiful deep breath in. And let's close our eyes this morning, just as we begin our day. And I'm going to light our Christ candle. I have a candle on a little stool beside me here. And today we are lighting that candle for a new year, a new life, a new oneness, a new connection, a new everything. This is a brand new year. It's a brand new time. And we are lighting this candle to bring the spirit of the one, of source, of life, of light into this new day, into this new year. And for that, we give thanks. And so it is. Bill, you are on.
Okay. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. my wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so grateful, 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 grateful. I say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
How beautiful. And yes, it does come across much better, Bill. Thank you.
Oh, good. I'm glad you can tell the difference.
Yeah. So now I'm going to ask Bill to truly begin our service with Surely the Presence.
Well, not quite ready. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel His mighty power and His grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Surely the presence of the light is in this place. I can feel her mighty power and her grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the light is in this place. That's it? Okay, here we go.
Now let's begin with our invocation affirmation. There is only one presence and one power active in my life, God the good, omnipotent. There is only one presence and one power active in Unity Clear Lake Center, God the good, omnipotent. There is only one presence and one power active in our world, God the good, omnipotent. In our mission affirmation, Unity Clear Lake Center is committed to loving all and empowering people to transform their lives through the practice of universal spiritual principles and the energy of God's love. And our 5 basic ideas of unity: God is absolute good, everywhere present. Human beings have a spark of divine spirit within them, the Christ consciousness within. Therefore, they are inherently good. Human beings create their experience by the activity of their thinking. Thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. Prayer is the process that affirms our connection with God-mind and brings forth wisdom, healing, and everything good. Knowing and understanding universal laws, also called truth, are not enough. A person must also live the truth that he or she knows. And now we'll have some more music by Bill.
There we go. Last night I had the strangest dream I ever dreamed before. I dreamed the world had all agreed to put an end to war. I dreamed I saw a mighty room. It was filled with women and men, And the papers they were signing said they'd never fight again. And when the papers all were signed and 1,000,000 copies made, they all joined hands and bowed their heads, and grateful prayers were prayed. And the people in the streets below were dancing round and round, and guns and swords and uniforms were scattered on the ground. Last night I had the strangest dream I ever dreamed before. I dreamed the world had all agreed to put an end to war.
Wonderful. Thank you, Bill. And now I invite you to just take a deep breath and go within. I'm actually going to read the daily word for January 1st because this is our first Sunday in January. So we do begin our new year today. Living from my divine nature, I begin again. Whether a new year or a new day, I am free to make a fresh start. Every moment offers a new beginning and a chance to rediscover who I really am. As I stand at the threshold of a new year, I remember God is within and make a commitment to live from my spiritual nature. Seeking to live more fully as a divine being, I grow more mindful of my thoughts and actions. When I notice they are not in alignment with love, I try not to dwell on them or judge myself. Instead, I return to spirit. Like pushing a restart button, I center my mind and my heart in the truth of my oneness with God, and I begin again. I connect with the loving presence within me, and I express more and more of my divine self. And from Isaiah chapter 42, verse 9, see, the former things have come to pass, and new things I now declare. And so it is. So good morning once again, everyone, and welcome to our White Stone ceremony for today. So what I'd like you all to do is make sure that you have a piece of paper or 3x5 card or something, or if you do happen to have your white stone from last year, you can always turn it over and use it on the back side. And you can also take some very fine sandpaper and sand this down, and you can actually get rid of whatever you've written before. But let's make sure we have our white stones ready for today. So, Happy New Year. Happy 2021. Oh, believe me, I'm so glad that 2020 is over and done with. And I'm just holding that 2021 is going to be so much better than 2020 ended up being. And you know, we went into 2020 with such great expectations. We were so looking forward to real movement forward and spiritual growth and joy and love and prosperity and everything. And then, of course, as we all know, what we were hit with was a worldwide pandemic of a sort that our world has never seen before. We were hit with worldwide demonstrations where people were shot, killed, property damage, and the billions of dollars have occurred during this past year. There were hate crimes and so many other different events that occurred this past year that actually pulled us in ways we have not seen in decades. There was anger, animosity, fear, all that came to the forefront in ways we could not even imagine before. So we were presented this past year with a challenge, a big challenge. Were we going to let the outside world affect our spiritual growth, our joy, our love, whatever? Or were we still going to look to Spirit, the light, the one, as our source of all good? You know, a year ago, at the beginning of 2020, we had a white stone ceremony. And at that time, I made these statements. Each year is simply about the divine presence unfolding itself in time and space as each one of us, as the planet, as the universe, as all events, because the divine takes up all form. That's the identity of reality of all form. The white stone ceremony is asking us to get more in touch with real reality, the deepest reality. God is offering us more, the more of ourselves that we haven't explored yet, the more of ourselves that we aren't even aware of. It's about discovering things about yourself you don't know. It's not about going over familiar territory or ground or rehashing the past. And I said that we had to be open. We have to be willing to discover a new self, which in reality is our real self. We are exploring this territory of what it means to be this divine presence in form. So at that time, when we did our white stone ceremony, you were gifted with a word or a phrase that was your special word or phrase for the past year. So my question is, what were you given? Were you given the word beauty? So did you see the beauty all around you, no matter what was happening in the world? Were you given the word love? Were you able to find love in your heart during this past year? Or were you expecting to have love given to you during this past year? I know someone who was given the word harmony, and they said that they thought way back at the beginning of this past year that their life was going to be so harmonious, and then everything began happening. And what they realized is that they were given the word harmony so they could help bring harmony into the world. So that is what many of my friends and myself came to realize during this past year. We had already made the decision to be the Christ in form on this planet. So instead of getting our word for the year, letting us know what our lives would be like during 2020, we really realized several months ago that the word we were given was actually our marching orders for the year. So instead of it coming to us, it was requiring us to bring that into the world. So I myself was reminded many times during this past year about how we have everything we want and desire already inside of us. It was time for us to express that to the world. So one of my friends got the word love, and they realized that they were actually to bring love to the planet. And someone else got the word joy. And when everything that began to happen, what they realized is that they were to find the joy in life and bring more of that into their world just with the people around them. Another girlfriend got peace. And her life this last year was anything but peaceful. But what she realized is peace was inside of her, and it was calling her to find that more and more during the year, and then to radiate it out to the world. So 2020 actually presented us with a huge opportunity to look at life from the outside in, to stand back a bit from what was going on and be what we came to this earth to be. So in actuality, you were also given your marching orders this last year. So if you look back at what you had written on your white stone from last year, that could have been what you were being called to bring to this earth during this past year. Okay, so we didn't know at the beginning of last year that instead of being given something, that we were being called to give something during this past year. But I'm going to ask us to look today at our white stone ceremony from that perspective. So as much as we've been on the spiritual journey over these past many years, we all still have a way to go. We're still here. We're still here on this earth, which means we are still being called to give something to this earth plane and the people on it. So today, instead of asking what we are going to get, I'm going to suggest that we ask Source, what is it that you want me to give during this coming year? Fillmore once made this statement about our inherent nature, is what he called it. All that God is, I am. All that God is, I am. So we want more love, but you know what? I already am love. I can't get any more because I'm already absolutely filled with it. The challenge is we aren't using the love we are. And for me, I'd like to suggest that it's time for us to do just that. We want more harmony in our lives, yet what we want is what we already are. And for me, the way I'm looking at this coming year, whatever word I get, if it's harmony, it's time for me to bring forth the harmony that I am. Not to ask for more, because as Fillmore stated, we can't have any more. We are already filled to the brim with everything we desire. We just aren't using it and being what we are and already have. So Joel Goldsmith once stated, you want more of something, then give away what you have and see what you desire expand in your life. Now, Goldsmith wasn't talking about things, although it does apply to that also. What he was speaking about was the intangible aspects of love, peace, harmony, joy, and all of that. Give it away more and more, and you will find yourself receiving more and more of that back. So this year, once again, brings us to our white stone ceremony. In a moment, we're going to go into a meditation to bring forth our word from the universe, our special word for this year. And so I'm just going to ask you that now that we've had a chance to look at what happened this past year, perhaps think about maybe whatever word we receive today, or whatever you get in your own personal word or phrase, maybe this is the universe asking you for your help in this particular way, rather than letting you know what you're going to receive. So, as with this past January, what I realized, maybe the word I received today or later today is actually going to be my directive for the year. But to me, it's up to each of us to do our part for this planet. We are here to help and assist the universe. The irony is, what we give out, we receive back. So if your word is love, maybe it's saying you are to send love out. And by sending love out, you only open yourself to receive that love back. So how are we to do this? You know, there can be hundreds of different ways for you to give out what you're being directed to do. The most important things to do is to go within to that place inside and sit in communion with Source. Allow yourself to be directed in your path. Open yourself to what Spirit, Source wants you to do. It may be nothing more than sitting in the silence for longer periods of time and just radiating love, peace, harmony, whatever out to the world. It may be sitting in that meditative state for longer and longer periods of time and just being what your word or phrase is. You may be guided to actually physically do something, and you may not. Maybe you're just guided to give a smile to someone. And by the way, they do have clear masks out there where people can actually see you smile. You may be guided to call someone on the phone. You may be guided to just hold someone in prayer. This all is between you and Source. So no matter what it is, we all must take time every day to communicate with Source, to sit in communion with Source. Or you could just say to commune with Source, to be guided by Source. At the beginning of chapter 1 of the Search for God books, Edgar Cayce gives this daily affirmation. Not my will, but thine, O Lord, be done in me and through me. Let me ever be a channel of blessings today, now, to those that I contact in every way. Let my going in, my coming out be in accord with that thou would have me do. And as the call comes, here am I, send me, use me. So this morning, we are going to take time now to go within and listen to Source for our word or phrase for 2021. And we can go in and ask for just what's our word, what's our blessing for the year. Or we could go in with the thought, what will be my special gift that I can give to the earth for this coming year? Whichever way you want to, do it in the way that moves you. So I'm going to invite you all to close your eyes and take a deep breath. I'm going to invite you to go into an open space, a welcoming space, a receiving space. And as you move into that beautiful receiving space, begin to sense yourself as the all, the ocean in a single drop. Take another beautiful deep breath in. And as you let it out, let the boundary dissolve a little bit more. Just become more and more one with the all. You are joyously evolving, whether you realize it or not. The divine is evolving as you to become itself. We can affirm very gently to our minds and our hearts, I am free. I am unlimited. I am open to the possibilities that Spirit offers me now. So we ask that divine presence that we are to reveal to us who and what it wants us to be in this new year. To give us precognition, if you will. You might want to tell your rational mind to relax. Thank it for its vigilance. With any objections that it comes up with, just say, it's okay. I don't need those right now. And invite it to be quiet and relax. So now we gently ask Source for a word, a phrase, a sentence, a quality to be revealed to you for this new year. This is part of your identity. It's that part that you are to express more fully this coming year. This is part of the presence of God that wants to be revealed as you in this new year. So I invite us now to sit in the silence for a few moments and to let that heartbeat of God be a still small voice that can speak to us and reveal our greater identity for 2021. So take a deep breath, and as you let it out, go even deeper into the oneness that you are. Don't try to force anything. If nothing is coming right now, don't force it. It may come later today when you're sitting in the silence and alone. It may come tonight as you crawl into bed. It may come tomorrow morning when you're in the shower. Just let it appear when it appears. So when you're ready, I invite you to open your eyes and simply write the word, the quality, the phrase that has come to you. This could be your mantra for the year, your theme. This could be your calling and your purpose for this coming year for the universe. As I stated earlier, if nothing has come to you at this time, just be open to completing the exercise at some other period of time. This exercise is about allowing. Before, the old egoic way would be that we would set intentions and put our willpower into making your intentions come true. And today we're going in the exact opposite directions. We're opening ourselves up and we are allowing the presence of God to direct us. And what's ironic is by doing that, we will be successful in what we're attempting because this is what the divine is wishing to express. And we can simply align with it, and so it comes into being. And this is the easy way to do life instead of going about things the hard way. And your ego brain may be going, but I didn't get to set what I want this morning. And you can just tell it it's okay. We're going to travel the easy path now. So just knowing that doing it the way we've just done, that you will get what you want and even more. And even more than if it had been your ego mind setting out to get what it wanted. So again, I have an affirmation for us, and I invite you to repeat after me. Through this new year, coming into being, that I welcome now without reservation. This new year is a divine appointment that I am receiving. It unfolds in time and space, inviting me to use the grace of my intuition to guide me with each step. I call forth my highest guidance to light my way in peace, hope, and trust, to bring about my most fulfilling reality. For my highest good and for the good of all as never before. And so it is. So just feel that energy again, that we are inviting the good of all. And in so doing, our good is included. So thank you so much for participating in our White Stone ceremony today. God bless each and every one of you. And now Barbara has a few announcements for us. And Barbara, you can unmute yourself. Let's see, ask to mute. There you
All
go.
right. Are we good? Well, most of you received the newsletter, so you know that Patricia is our speaker on the first and third of Sundays of the month. And then she's waiting for the color of Lake County to change to orange before she comes back to church. So to the center. So, of course, we're all waiting for that. That will be a good thing. And then, so next week we have Reverend Pat Palmer. We had a cancellation and that beautiful lady stepped in. She's the one who had that church for 9 years in Florida, her own church. And she also made a switch. If you are thinking about what was in the newsletter, next week she is now going to do Playing with Life in 2021 through Games of Awareness. So we shall see what she has in mind. she does an interactive type thing usually, and I don't know if this will be that type of service. But anyway, playing with life in 2021 through games of awareness. And Bill will be here to do music, our wonderful Bill, to do the music again. So then the following week on the 17th, Patricia's doing a service titled Building Momentum for a New Year. So we're getting a lot of insight on how to live this next year. And then we are going to have Reverend Margaret Flick, terrific speaker, on the 24th, and our own Pat Skog on the 31st. So here we go. Oh, so now I'd like to just again say, as I always say to you, how your donations are so greatly appreciated. And donations can be mailed to the Unity Spiritual Center, P.O. Box 755, Lower Lake 95457. Now, have you, I've been working on mine. Say, been working on your letter to God? Okay, put it in that little envelope, put your address on it, seal it, and just mail it to the Unity Spiritual Center, P.O. Box 755, Lower Lake 95457. But anyway, yeah, this is going to be fun to see. Maybe you got some ideas today as you listen to Pat. I know, yeah, I'm never content with my first draft. I've already flipped it over, starting to write on the back, but that's just me. It was really interesting to take a look at it this year. And I think last year and this year, I think it'll be the same thing. What are we thinking about? Okay, so now I think,
We now have the prayer of protection.
You got it. That's a good one.
So let's go ahead and see if I can, whoops. Whoops, let me see here. Somehow or another, I have flipped off screen. All right, what's going on? Okay, for some reason, I do not have that on my slide. So, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is wonderful. Yay, God. All right, everybody, let's have Bill come back on for our final song of the day.
Let me be a little kinder, let me be a little blinder to the faults of those around me. Let me praise a little more. Let me be, when I am weary, just a little bit more cheery. Think a little more of others and a little less of me. Let me be a little braver when temptation makes me waver. Let me strive a little harder to be all that I can be. Let me be a little meeker with a brother who is weaker. Let me think more of my neighbor and a little less of me. Let me be, when I am weary, just a little bit more cheery. Let me serve a little better those that I am striving for. Let me be a little meeker with a brother who is weaker. Think a little more of others and a little less of me.
Awesome. Thank you, Bill. So now I'm
Okay.
going to invite everyone to just unmute yourselves and we can have a great conversation.